folks! Welcome back to another creative episode of Whining About Pest Control. If you're just joining us for some reason, I am Shelby Hartzer of 360 Pest Consulting. And it's spring here in Georgia. Yesterday, I saw my very first carpenter bee out there. So today, we are obviously going to whine about carpet beetles. So I'm drinking a rosé because spring, flowers, roses. The rosé made sense, so cheers. That'll do. I'm not native to Georgia, I am a transplant here, but I've learned a lot living here over the past few years. The stupid freaking cardinals that are up before there's even a hint of light outside and they're screaming their damn heads off. That is the first official sign of spring in Georgia. Then you start seeing the male carpenter bees, which come out and stupidly bang against everything except for a female because the females aren't out yet. Next is pollen season. I thought people were joking when they said pollen would literally turn everything this sickly yellow-green color. They weren't lying. And the last harbinger of spring is starting to find carpet beetles inside. This is also when I start getting lots of pictures of these little guys, both from my pest control clients and anyone who knows I'm an entomologist. There are a bunch of different insects that can go by that common name of carpet beetle. So very specifically today, we are talking about the varied carpet beetle. If you look up pictures of these, they're actually a very pretty little beetle. Gold, white, black. They almost look like butterfly scales on the outside of those wing covers. When you encounter them inside a structure, they're tiny. You probably can't even see those colors unless you have some magnification. Let's get right into whining about control. Good news, these really don't need any type of control. Unlike a lot of our overwintering spring pests like stink bugs or lady beetles, these are not coming from an overwintering colony inside. They're waking up outside. They're feeding on lots of pollen, little bits of nectar, all while they're trying to find a friend and get busy creating the next generation. Larvae, on the other hand, they're feeding primarily on dead insects, feathers, other animal-based protein sources. There is a chance of these establishing inside when there's maybe hides or wool, but it's not very common. And since that adult lifespan is only about 2 weeks, these are a pretty fleeting problem. For homes, it may be beneficial, well, it's always beneficial to seal up, but as tiny as these are, they're gonna find tiny little holes to get in. You can also do some targeted treatment around windows, maybe doors, where they're likely to enter. Good luck trying to deal with those pollen sources outside, but again, the adults are gonna be a fleeting problem. The exception to these establishing indoors is museums, zoos, other types of specialty accounts like that. I once had an infestation of these in a big box outdoor chain store that had lots of stuffed animals. And we're not talking the cute little teddy bear stuffed animals. No. These are particularly common in bird nests, small animal burrows, and one source said that they found the larvae eating dead insects that were collecting in light fixtures. That's cool. You can imagine now a museum with feathered specimen, natural animal fibers, insect collections. They have all those right resources for these to establish and do some pretty big damage. No matter what account it is, vacuuming is always great. You remove some of the insects, remove some of the food sources, and remind the customer to do that and try and seal up their site a bit. Since they will be an issue for just a couple weeks, I usually don't recommend treating, but again, if you want to do some targeted stuff around those windows, those doors, you can. Otherwise, just wait for the summer pests. Until we do have that next spring invasion of pests, go grab a glass, watch for these teeny little beetles, and whine to me about your spring pest issues because I can help. Hit all the liking, sharing buttons down there, whatever they are, because you don't want to miss out on any of these upcoming whining episodes. Until next time, cheers to the creative little carpet beetles.